Oh yeah, what's up people? Boom616 back with another entry in my top 25 personal top 25 hip-hop groups of all time. Number 8, hear him in the background, representing motherfucking Boondocks. It's EPMD. A group I grew up with, absolutely adoring and loving. Always loved Harris Smith on the mic. Loved Eric Sermon too, man. Eric Sermon to me is one of the most underrated producers slash MCs. I know he's got the most bizarre flow. You know, it almost sounds like he can't even rap that well sometimes, but I just love him. So good. These records are timeless, man. They're so good. I can listen to these records over and over again and just never get bored. Just one of those groups, man. This was fucking hip hop. Released in 1988 on Priority was EPMD's Strictly Business. Just full of bangers, man. You know, 10 tracks, Strictly Business on Housing, Let the Funk Flow, You Got to Chill, It's My Thing, You're a Customer, the Steve Martin, Get Off the Bandwagon, DJ KLA Boss, and the first installment of Jane. Like, this is a fucking phenomenal album. It's classic. It's a must-own. This is like the original prints of the albums too. You know, like the original copy. I don't know actually if they ever reissued these albums. I don't really care. Some of the reissues, man, like the remastered stuff, sounds like shit to me. It just sounds too digital to me, man. You know, I went to school, you know, in digital mixing music and stuff, but I prefer to do a lot of analog stuff. But I think that's why these albums sound so great, is the analog. But classic stuff. Producer Eric Sermon. I mean, PMD. I guess he would probably get even production credits on this record. I never actually even assumed that he got full. Yeah, it says it's produced by both of them. I mean, PMD does his fair share of producing. I think they might have, they're co-producers on the records, but amazing record. It's a must-have, highly recommended album. EPMD's sophomore album, Unfinished Business. I'm a really big fan of this album. You know, a lot of people even say this is maybe even better than the first record. I don't know about that, but you know, it's a little longer. It's got 12 tracks on it. But you know, right from top to bottom, it's an amazing record, man. Amazing record. So What You Saying, fucking classic, man. Total Chaos, classic. Get the Bozak, Jane 2, which is dope. Please listen to my demo. It's Time to Party. Who's Booty? It's okay. The Big Payback, Strictly Snapping Necks, Knick Knack Paddywhack. I mean, fuck, who covered that track? You Had Too Much to Drink. Oh, this makes me laugh. That track always makes me laugh. It Wasn't Me, It Was For the Fame. It's a dope record, man. It's EPMD doing what they do best, just making dope music, man. This is the 1989 release of the record, or 1989 is when this came out. Just another fucking awesome record, man. What can I say? I mean, there's not really a lot to say about these albums. They're just must-owns. Everybody should have these records. For their third record, Business As Usual. This album came out in 1990. This is a grimy record, man. I've always enjoyed this album. I know a lot of people said EPMD. This was definitely not as good as the first two records, but I always thought this album was fucking like funky piano. I love that. Hardcore, Rampage, Manslaughter, Jane 3, Mr. Bozak, Gold Digger. Like, there's lots of fucking amazing tracks on here. And continuing along with every EPMD album has Business in the title. If you watch this and don't know much about EPMD, all their albums have Business in the title. EPMD standing for Eric and Farish Making Dollars. Yeah, but yeah, every album has Business in the title, which I always thought was a kind of a cool concept for their albums. But yeah, grimy album, definitely worth a have. This is when they're on. I think this is their first album on Def Jam, right? I believe. Yeah, this is when they did the Def Jam. Okay. I'm trying to remember, because I know they jumped around labels a little bit, I think. Business Ever Personal, this is my personal favorite. That's kind of, no pun intended, but I love this record. It's playing in the background right now. It's just grimy, it's fucking amazing. Got Boondocks, man, like introducing fucking Redman, like, you know, shit like that, Headbanger. Chills, fucking amazing. Crossover, Coming At You is fucking sick. DOS Effects is on here, Coming At You. I'm just trying to remember. I'm missing somebody on Headbanger. Look the way these old CD pieces, you can't read the, like they're so dumb, so weird. But anyways, this album's grimy as shit. It sounds so analog and just awesome. Love it. Kill Jane, I'm a big fan of that. They killed her off here. I'm not even, because they pretty much, I think they retitled that because they were breaking up at this time. They did break up after this album, or they were breaking up during the album. So I think that's why they said who killed Jane, because I never thought they were going to do another record. I think that's the story behind it. But lo and behold, this is a fucking amazing record. Definitely must own. Back in Business came out about 5 years later. And it didn't really disappoint me. It wasn't overly the greatest record, but you know, for the time. But this album really grew on me over time. Like the Richter Scale, The Joint, Never Seen Before. Like those are all really dope tracks, man. You know, You Got to Chill 97. I actually really did like. Get With This was dope. Kim was cool with Keith Murray and Redman. Dungeon Master with Nocturnal. That was a really interesting track. Never Seen Before remix is cool. They got back together. Did this record, still a little bit of issues, but they still managed to put out of Business while they were still scrapping like shit apparently. This album, I wasn't feeling it at first all that much, but it's another one that grew on me, man. You know, Pioneers is dope. Check 1 2 Right Now. Symphony, you know, with MOP, and then the Symphony 2000 with Redman. Meth and Lady Luck. You Got Shot. The Fan, I thought was a grimy track. Entitled Out of Business, apparently, because they weren't going to make another record. EPMD, just one of those groups, man. Break up, get back together, right on. And then they came out, so that album right there was what, 99 I believe it was, yeah, 99. And then this album came out in 2008, so this was 9 years later. We Mean Business. I understand that they wanted to, mean some business for this record, but this album wasn't really the greatest. The track with Teddy Riley on here, Listen Up, was so fucking bad. It was just terrible. I did like Blow. I like Run It with KRS-One. Yo was cool with Redman. This album isn't that bad. Left 4 Dead, okay, with Skies was pretty cool. Overall, definitely the worst album they've ever put out to date, but, if you're a big EPMD fan, I do recommend it because, you gotta have the whole collection of EPMD records, man. I'm not gonna put in, the solo Eric Sermon stuff and the solo, PMD stuff, because it's just too many records, because I have all those records, too. I think I'm missing a PMD, one of his albums. It's not bad. I would like to see PMD come out with another record sometime. I mean, who knows on that? I mean, I know Eric Sermon dropped a mixtape earlier this year. I actually enjoy it. There's some bad songs on it, but it's just good to hear Eric Sermon again. He's been through a lot, with all the fucking rumors over the years and stuff. And but it's like I said, it's good to see him back doing some shit. And apparently, he is dropping a new record. I'm not sure if it's going to be out this year or next year. I don't know, man. Like I said, I would really like to see another EPMD record. I mean, most of you old school fans, if you're old school watching this, if you're new to the game or whatever. But this is definitely one group that you need to definitely have. All the records, man. EPMD is a solid fucking group. They put nothing but quality hip hop, man. This is the type of stuff that I missed from back in the day, was going out and buying a record like, Business Never Personal. That album came out in 92. Holy motherfucker, I love that album, man. Just played the shit out of it. Broke my tape. I don't even have the tape anymore. But yeah, EPMD, number 8 in the top 25 groups, hip hop groups of all time. Moods 616. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Peace.